guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Listen, I know it's been forever since I posted. Finally! Honestly, I haven't really done much to the car since I posted last. I've kind of just been enjoying it as it is right now until I decide to change things up a little bit, which maybe we'll talk about that in this video. But I have had the car for a little over a year now, so I wanted to go ahead and film just like a year ownership recap, go over where the car started, where it is now, any issues I've had with it, and just recap my year of ownership and kind of let you guys know what it's like to own an E55. Start this video, let's go over all of the external modifications that I have done to this car. When I first got the car, it was black, and to be honest with you, the paint was not in really great condition. The paint on the hood and the front bumper, the clear coat was just peeling and chipped everywhere. So instead of opting to paint it, I wrapped it in Tech Wrap Venetian Violet. And guys, this color, I don't think the camera really does it justice, but it's like a deep satin purple, and I really absolutely love it. Everybody, or all of you that have seen it in person, you all say that you love it. So I enjoy the color, and honestly, that's what matters. The next thing is obviously the wheels. When I got the car, it had CLS 550 wheels on it, and I went with these Adhan DSO 8s. They are still 18s. I didn't go up a size, but I think that it looks really nicely. The rear sits nice. The front could come down a little bit, and maybe I'll do that in the future, but I do like the way that the rear sits. I had all of the silver trim blacked out, and I put black badges on it here, and the rear is black badges as well. I think the last thing for like visual modifications that I did is all of the carbon pieces. So I have side skirts, a front lip. I did have a diffuser, but some road debris ripped it in half and took it off. And then this little carbon wing that's a little more aggressive than most of the ones you see. But I think that pretty much sums up the exterior modifications. Let's move on to what's under. All right, so as some of you might know, this car was pretty modified when I bought it. But I have done a few small things. When I got the car, it already had this 82mm clutched pulley on it. It has a belt wrap kit on it. It had split cooling when I got it, but I did change out this reservoir. It has long tubes that it had when I bought the car, and an 82mm throttle body also was on there already. The main one that I've added was this catch can, and honestly guys, if you have an M113, M113K, honestly even an M112K, the 32 version, and you're not running a catch can, I highly recommend doing it. It saves all the blow-by from going back into your intake. So I added the catch can here. I don't know if you can really see it, probably not, but the intercooler pump, I did upgrade that to a higher flowing, bigger pump as well, so that the supercharger in my IATs, the temperature is just lower. One thing that I did do that I did not make a video on my channel, there's a video on Michael's channel, but you can probably tell that's not a stock heat exchanger. It is a larger one. I did film with Michael and we posted it on his channel. So if you want to see that video and that process, you can go find the video on his channel. But that is something that I did since I last posted. The last modification I want to touch on is my ECU tune. I'm currently tuned by Mercedes Swap Shop, and let me just tell you, it has been phenomenal. Before I got this tune, I would have occasional like check engine lights related to my throttle body or an idle sensor, or my car would idle weird just because of the bigger throttle body. But now it runs so much smoother. There's no idle issues. I don't get check engine lights for little things that really should be taken care of in the tune. Of course, the important part, it's way faster than it was before. I think I did film a before video doing, what was it, like 60 to 130 I think, and I said I was gonna film an after video. I know I never did that, so I'll do that soon. But Mercedes Swap Shop, Josh specifically is who I worked with. He's awesome to work with, very knowledgeable, answers all of your questions, and he's really quick. If you need a revision, he gets it up within a couple days for you. There's no waiting weeks for a tune. So if you need a tune, or even a TCU tune, because that's something I definitely want to do soon to my car, check out Mercedes Swap Shop because they are great. Before anyone says anything, yes, I know I have a cone filter on, but trust me when I say My favorite part of this car, I don't know if you guys can hear the airplane. My favorite part of this car, honestly, is hearing the supercharger noises when you drive. So having that cone filter just amplifies it, and to me makes the car more fun when you're driving it, and temps the hot air intake, as people say. It's not a huge difference. Yes, it makes a difference, but to me, enjoying driving my car is more important than the few degrees lower. I'm also not out here like racing my car every day. Yeah, occasionally I'll do some roll races, but it's not like back to back where I need to really have low intake temps. I do still have my stock intake, so if I ever want to put it back on, I can, but to me, hearing those supercharger sounds is what is like makes the car so fun to drive. Moving on to any issues that I've had in the past year. So it's been probably maybe 13 months since I've had the car, so a little bit over a year. And really, I've had maybe two, I would say, main problems. The first one being that the starter went out. And obviously I'm pretty sure it was the factory starter, so that's normal for them to go out. And the fact that I already have long tube headers made it so much easier to change. It actually died like at work, so I couldn't start my car to come home, so we changed the starter in the parking lot of where I work. Because I have long tubes, it wasn't as bad to change as if you don't have them. I've heard if you have the stock headers, it's really impossible to change, but the fact that I have long tubes made it a little easier. Second issue I had is on the alternator. The voltage regulator went out, which I don't know how common that is. I know Michael had an issue on his E55 with the BCM in the trunk, and we thought that was the same issue that mine was having, but we changed the voltage regulator and it fixed the issue. But basically what was happening is I turn on the car, and as soon as you start driving, I have a gauge that shows me the voltage in my car. It would shoot up to like 15, 16 as soon as you stepped on the gas, just a tiny bit. And then it would give all of the like ESP visit workshop, brake visit workshop, and all of the lights on the dash would come on because the voltage was getting so high. We parked the car and we were able to change it pretty quickly, pretty easily. And the voltage regulators, you can buy them at your local like auto parts store. It's not bad at all. Those are really the only two problems I would say I've had. I've obviously done like regular maintenance. I've done obviously oil changes. I've changed the supercharger fluid or supercharger oil. I just had to get new tires because, as you probably know with these cars, they go through rear tires like crazy. One other small issue I did have is your oil filter cap. It looked like somebody maybe put it on too tight. Either the last person that changed my oil or maybe even the owner before me, but the ring around the bottom here, it had cracked off. So it wasn't sealing, so I was having oil leak everywhere, but obviously that's a super easy fix. Oh, one modification I forgot to, I have 550cc injectors. They're not stock injectors. But guys, honestly, overall, in a year of owning this car, and when I tell you I drive this car every day, this is the only car I have. I drive this car every day. I've probably put 20-ish thousand miles on it in the year that I've owned it. We've road tripped it a couple times, 8 hours, 9 hours each way, probably 2 or 3 times. And like I said, the only issues I've had are the starter, which is common, and the voltage regulator. Neither one of those things are meant to last forever. So I haven't had any like catastrophic major issues on it, but I love driving this car. It's so much fun. I love to hear the supercharger sounds. A couple things I want to talk about that I am possibly planning on doing soon, and you guys can let me know like your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. I'm definitely going to do a TCU tune from Mercedes Swap Shop, so there's not really any changing my mind on that. That is going to happen sooner probably rather than later. But the next thing I do want some help on is the exhaust. So if you don't know, currently my car has long tube headers to the stock resonator to the stock mufflers. While I like it, I want something that I can hear a little bit more. I've thought about maybe going like a valve system that route. That way, if I do want it quieter, like I'm just trying to go to work or something, I don't have to wake up the whole neighborhood, but then I want something to wear if I'm out on a cruise with friends, or I don't know, out just having fun, then I can open it up and still hear it. So maybe I'll look into going the valved route, but if you guys have suggestions on that, let me know. If you guys know, Michael's car has no mufflers, and for me, it's a little too loud for everyday driving. Like, yes, it sounds really great, but I want something a little more tame than that, at least especially if it's not gonna have valves. So just to kind of give you guys an idea of what I am looking for. One more thing I do also want to do is get a secondary heat exchanger, possibly like Moscow Supercharged, or I don't know if there's really any other ones on the market right now, but I know Michael has that one and it works really well. So maybe I'll look into that one or see what other options are out there, but that is definitely something I want to do before next summer. Obviously we're going into like colder weather right now, so it's not really needed as much right now, but definitely before next summer I want to add a secondary heat exchanger on there. That's really all I had. I just wanted to do a quick little update. I know I haven't really posted for a while. I'm trying to get back into it. Honestly, like I said, haven't really done much with the car. I've just been driving it and enjoying it, and I know I should film that and post it, but sometimes, you know, you just don't feel like filming. So I haven't really been in that groove lately, but I promise I'm getting back to it, and I'll have more videos coming pretty regularly, hopefully. I'm not gonna promise, but I'm gonna do my best to post at least twice a month, whether that's just a POV footage or I don't know what else. I'll have to come up with some ideas. If you guys have anything specifically you'd like to see on the channel, let me know. If you want to see racing one of Michael's cars or something else, let me know what else you guys would like to see. Inputs on the exhaust or any other kind of modifications you'd like to see, and I'll see you guys real soon in the next one. Take care.